Hi everyone, I am the Sarcastic Sloth, and welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be discussing Eugenia Cooney. More specifically, we're going to be discussing the recent petition that's been brought about in regards to her on social media, and also the Jaclyn video, and just sort of how I feel about the situation as we stand at the beginning of 2021. So without further ado, let's crack on. So as per usual, everything I'm going to be saying in today's video are my own thoughts and opinions on the subject, and if you do not like that, then ta-ra! There's a petition that's been brought about in regards to Eugenia Cooney and removing her from social media platforms, YouTube, Twitch, and, you know, everyone else. This has been a bit of a polarizing subject in some ways. Obviously there are people who feel that this will have some great benefit to Eugenia because it will give her time away from the internet and obviously get her to help with her ED, and, you know, might give her some time and perspective to be able to work this over and see what it is that she's going to be able to do to be able to combat this. And then there's people who feel that there's no need to do this, leave her alone, she's not hurting anyone, she's a very positive person. So, you know, obviously Jaclyn used to be a very good friend to Eugenia at one point, even though Eugenia has stated otherwise. Jaclyn was responsible, as well as a few other influencers, for calling the authorities and having her put under a 5150. And if you're British, then basically a 5150 is getting sectioned. Jaclyn has also come out with a video in regards to this petition, saying that she does support the petition, but she does feel that basically the best thing that we can do for Eugenia is not to go onto her videos and to comment, i.e., you know, you need help and, you know, you look too skinny. I think the big ones are, you know, people commenting specifically on the weight as opposed to the needing help. Because, and to be fair, it's something that I didn't realize when I did my first Eugenia Cooney video, I wasn't really up to spec on EDs. I'm by no means an expert now, so don't quiz me. But I have watched more videos on the subject. A particular creator that I found was very helpful and very insightful was of Herbs and Altars, who's like this British gothy creator who went for many years having an ED, very much the same as Eugenia's, and she does do a video on that. I'll put a link below to the video and also to her channel. It was something that I didn't really realize that I thought there was sort of like a willful ignorance to the entire subject, and that is not healthy. When it's more a case of that's sort of the goal, and the validation, be it positive or negative, is also a part of the goal as well, which is something that was news to me. I'll be honest with you, I was not really aware that that was the case, but it sort of explains why so many people have been on Eugenia's case for so many years about this, even to the point where she sort of removed herself from social media and then obviously went through the 5150, and then Shane Dawson came into the mix and brought her back to the limelight, and now we're back in this entire situation exactly the same as it was before, as if there was no break to begin with. I think Jaclyn is entirely correct when she's saying that we can't keep pushing that particular thing home, because if anything, it's just validating what it is that she's looking to achieve in the first place. What I will say in regards to the petition, in my view, it's a good idea. However, in the state that it's in at the moment, because it's only looking for 35,000 signatures, and at the point of me doing this video is around 32,000, so it's not far from getting to the goal. I don't think that's enough signatures, quite frankly, for YouTube or any other social media platform to, bluntly, care. If you look at Eugenia, on YouTube alone, she has 2.2 million. So 35,000 is a drop in the ocean. So I feel that it would have to be in the hundreds of thousands of signatures for that petition to sort of make any kind of dent or impression upon them. I think if you were able to, and I think you could, in terms of how many people care about Eugenia and care about the situation and care about her wanting to get better, I think maybe about a quarter of her overall viewer base on YouTube at least would suffice for them to go, well, actually this is worth taking note. However, I did notice as well, when I was looking up the petition so that I could sign it too, was that The Sun, as much of a arsewipe as that newspaper is, it's been noted online that she's, you know, this petition has come about and it's gone viral. So there's a bit of mainstream notice, and that kind of thing always pushes something forward. But I mean, in terms of like the actual petition signature numbers, I don't think I would love to be wrong. I would love to be wrong. I would love 35,000 to be enough. That would be perfect. I mean, that would just be brilliant. But I don't think that would actually be enough. I think there would have to be significantly more for YouTube to drop one of their cash cows at the end of the day. I don't know, like for me, it really is like one of the saddest things going on YouTube is the Eugenia Cooney situation, because it just makes me think, like, what has to be done? Like I said, I'm no expert. Experts need to be able to have the answers, but for those experts to be able to implement those answers, she's got to want it in the first place, or at least to some small degree. And I feel like we're just watching this sort of tragedy unfold in front of us. It's sad, man. It's sad. More than anything else, it's just really sad. And it's sad because it's trickling down. It's not just her that is being affected by this now. It's her young fan base. It's the young girls who feel that that's actually something to aspire to be like. And she says in her videos, she says, well, my body type is not a healthy body type to have, but I'm not trying to influence anyone. Like it or lump it, you got 2.2 subscribers, you've got God knows how many more on other social media platforms. You are influencing. This is your job. Like, and you're going to be influencing people, and this is not to sort of have a go, but I mean, truth is truth at the end of the day. Since she's come back from the Shane Dawson documentary, the weight has gotten progressively worse, the denial has gotten progressively worse, toxic positivity have gotten much higher, because everything that she says, like in response to someone saying please seek help, you know, look at this might help you, whatever it may be, is always, well, I'm sorry that you feel that way. And then she just sort of goes on to people complimenting her. That's sort of the duality of her entire online existence, is people saying get help, people saying this is not right, people saying you should know better in terms of your audience, and she just goes, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. And then people who are complimenting her, she just goes straight back to those. And it goes back to what I said in my previous video, which is the sycophants who surround her, they might love her, but they're doing the most damage in her life. That is a simple fact in my view. Since she originally left, and then Shane Dawson chucked her that lifeline, which pisses me off, by the way. Shane Dawson, it's like, where are you in all of this? You just scurried away and you're just selling merch somewhere, man. Eugenia got this second wind, and she wasn't obviously in the right place to be able to cope with it all. Then she just went straight back, if not worse, back to the way that she was. So it might as well have just not happened in the first place. I don't know. Like I say, it's really sad. Ideally, she would need to step away from all of this. She would need to step away from all of that. But I don't know if she can even. Like, I don't know if mentally she's able to, as if it's as much of a, seems to be more of a crutch to be able to enable her to do the things in regards to her ED that she's doing as the ED itself. So I don't know. Like I say, what do you think? What's your thoughts on the petition? What's your thoughts on this whole situation? I personally, like I say, I agree with Jaclyn. I just don't think that this particular petition will be enough. But I do think we should stop watching her. Like, I don't personally watch her videos. I'll watch other channels who've like compiled things, because so I don't give her the views. This has gone on too long. I think it's gone way too far. And I think those who are contributing to it probably feel like they don't have any other choice, but you do. You do have another choice. There is absolutely another choice here, but you're just not taking it because you don't want to be, there's this whole like toxic positivity that Eugenia's insular world is revolving around, and it's just about being nice all the time, when it's not nice. If you're just shirking things off and ignoring things, that's not nice, man. That's not nice at all. If anything, I would say that's worse than the people who are just coming out and saying things about it. Obviously there's ways and means, and obviously not every single person who speaks out on the Eugenia subject is doing so in like a polite way. But at the end of the day, if you're ignoring it and you can see it, and you've got eyes, you can see it, man. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and as usual, stay safe out there.